Hey, my name's Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. You ever wanted to have a stag off?
What we doing live? Echoes in eternity.
So today I've got the pleasure of having 4 stag options today. And what I wanted to do was find out which one of these that I thought was the best. I've got stag 18 over here. I've got a stag 13 right here. 15 over here, and then 22A, which I just picked up with Terrence the other day over here. So definitely looking forward to this. The 18 and actually this 13 were from Terrence when I met up with him, and we were able to do some bourbon huntings and found this other stag while I was out with him. One thing I don't have is a sample of the stag that I got from my brother-in-law, which is actually a different one, but 4 is perfect enough for me. I'm praying that this records all the way through, because if I have to go through 430-ish proof samples or tastes again, it's probably going to be a real long day for the family. It'll be fun enough. My wife's going to have to drive me to the store later because she's wanting me to cook some things for her. So we'll have fun with that later, I'm sure. Before I get started, 726 subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. At 750. There'll be something that's going on as far as a thank you back to the subscribers. Must be 21, continental US. Work on the prize options when we hit the 750 mark. You guys have been outstanding. Thank you so much. And also, at the end of this video, I'll be announcing not only the winner of the stag off here, but also 2 more people that'll have the opportunity to participate in the blind. It'll be 6 different blinds. Of course, you know, continental US, must be over 21. Pulled those winners just a little bit ago. Get in contact with them. Looking forward to that, to getting the results back from some blinds. So we'll have, it looks like 7 people involved in it. The 2 winners today. Terrence will be involved in that. Dave Vogelsang will be involved in that. The Bloody 81 will be involved in that. Whiskey Wisdom will be involved in that. Brian at Guitars, Whiskey, and Golf will be involved in that, plus the 2 winners today. So looking forward to seeing how that goes. So you'll have an opportunity for 6 different bourbons. Just very simple guidelines, but the last time I had a lot of fun with it. So let's get into these 4 stags. What kind of inspired me to this? I had 4 stags available to do, and I thought this would be a real cool video. So I'm going to mix these up a little bit, make sure that, you know, I don't know where's what and all that good stuff, and figuring out all these things around while I'm trying to talk to you a little bit, because, you know, I want to be fair and have fun. But you will notice that there are colors on the bottoms of the glasses. I don't know where these are at in order now. Of course, I've cleaned them all around. But you may be able to see the bottoms. This is the green, the blue, the red, and the yellow. So as I lift these up, you might be able to see the colors and have an idea of what's what. Again, we have 18 over here, we have 13 here, 15 here, and 22A over here. So let's go ahead and get it started. I'll go from my right to left and then back again, see what we have. First nose. Getting a bit of caramel on this one, some oak on this one. Getting a little bit more orange on this. Let's see what we got on the next one here. This one's a lot lighter on the nose as far as the alcohol ethanol on there, and all these are like 128 to 131 proofish. Get a little cherry on this one. And some nice oak on here as well. Vanilla, smells very nice. There's a third sample over here. Let's see what we get. They all look to be, looking at the coloring, they all look to be about the same coloring. So that's nice there. A nice, I wouldn't say dark, but medium amberish, I'd say. This one I'm getting more oak and caramel than I'm getting cherry on the nose. Oh, there's a little bit of cherry on there. Just as soon as I said that, I found it. Yeah, a bit more cherry on there now. All very nice. And let's nose the fourth one, and then we'll go ahead and get into tasting on these and see which of these I like the best. Now, last night I did the 22A, and I didn't get a whole lot of cherry off of it, which is a little bit different than the others that I've gotten. So we'll see if it holds that way today too. Getting vanilla, getting caramel. This almost has a little bit of a breadiness to it. Interesting. I'd say this is probably the second lightest on the nose as far as the ethanol. Not a whole lot of punch in the nose with the ethanol, but this would be the second lightest, I would say. This almost has a little orange bit to it as well. Let's go ahead and we'll taste this first one and see what we get. Not a whole lot of cherry on the nose, a whole lot of cherry on the palate on this. You get a nice little Kentucky hug through there. I'm getting some spice on the tongue. Go back and get this one again. Get a nice wash of cherry, vanilla, oak. I got a little bit of orange off of that as well. Some spice on the back of the tongue that could be from the proof. Still has a very good mouthfeel on this sample right here. Second sample, let's see what we got. A lot smoother. We do get some of the cherry on the tongue on this. Really nice mouthfeel on this one. It's almost like having a cherry lozenge. Super great mouthfeel to it. The spice kind of ramps up a little bit on the back, not a whole lot, but you're not getting that huge burn. It's just more of a nice warming sensation across the chest on there. Get a bit more of the oak tannin in this one than I did the first one, but very nice cherry flavor, better mouthfeel, super smooth, drinking way under proof because all these are 128 to 131 proof. This is drinking very, very under proof. See what the third sample has. That's when you get a little more caramel in here on this one. Nice sweet caramel on this one. This one here, fantastic mouthfeel as well. Not getting a whole lot of burn on the palate at all. Super smooth drinker. Getting some caramel on this. Just a tiny bit of the oak on this. And it's hard now because I'm trying to pull different on these to make sure that I'm getting what was originally there. This one I'm getting a little bit more caramel with it. Getting a little bit of tobacco on the back on this one. Very, very nice. You can just see the fingers just coming down on this one, so super oily as well. This last one here, let's see what we got. This one's more caramel forward and oak forward. Let's see what we get for a swallow. There's a reason why these are sought after so much, is that these just really drink under proof. I'm getting a lot more caramel in this one, a lot more oak tannin in this one, a little bit of leather in the back, some tobacco on the back of this one as well. A little bit of orange on this that I'm getting along with the caramel, where these are more kind of like the cherry for me. This one seems a little more caramely to me. And every one of these is just super viscous, just fingers of oil just dripping down the glasses on these. Let's go back through them again. This one is just super sweet with a great oak finish on it for me. And definitely all these have been drinking under proof. I'd have to say this one might be the hottest one that I've had, but none of them drink to proof. This one seems to be the sweetest one, but it's more of a caramel, oak, tobacco finish. Not heavy on the fruits, but get some orange in this one. It's funny. I was talking about blinds the other day with a friend Jeremy last night. He was doing some blinds, and then with Whiskey Wisdom, I was telling him, blinds are the bias killer. They kind of take your mind out of things and just let your palate talk. But now you've got 4 stags, and it's like, okay, these are all stags. So it's I didn't have a bias to any of them, but it's neat though to see where it ends up. Is it the newest bottle, the oldest bottle, one in the middle, one that's been aerated longer? That's one of the fun parts. This one's just got very nice cherry, very nice mouthfeel. I'm really kind of digging this one right here as well. More intense cherry on that second pull. Very nice. Coming back through, see what we've got. Yeah, this is such a nice balance. You get a lot more vanilla on the nose now. What makes this so good is how smooth this one is in your mouth. Getting more vanilla on the nose, getting nice cherry on it, getting the oak, getting some tobacco. Really liking the mouthfeel on this one right here. All of these are dangerous, but this one's super dangerous for me. All right, last one, then we'll start parsing out what I think 3 and 4 are, figure those out, then go to 1 and 2. Heavy cherry on the nose on this. Not a whole lot of ethanol, but a little bit more than the rest of them, I'd say. Take a sip on this one again, because I got a little more heavy on the oak on this one than I did the other 3. And hit me up front with that cherry or the caramel right off the bat. Of course, I've gone through these a couple times now. I'm sure my palate's like, what the hell? Okay, I think we'll have to figure out 1 or 2 here. These are going to be 3 and 4. Taste this one again. This one just seems a little bit harsher than the rest. It's not as smooth on the palate. A little more oak on there. Now remember, we're kind of splitting hairs on here. But of the 4, I had to see between this one and this one, but this is the one I'm leaning to is number 4. Not very heavy on the cherry on this one either. This one I'm getting some more fruits in. I'm getting the orange, I'm getting the caramel. So I'm going to say this one's number 4. So number 4 happens to be batch 18. That happens to be the one that I just happen to think in my palate was 4th place. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with any of these. You'd be happy to drink any of these any day. Just it was a little bit heavier on the oak. I wasn't getting maybe that cherry note that I was on some of the others until maybe that's why it came in. I didn't get as much fruit on this one as I got in some of the other ones. So number 3, wow, that's kind of surprised me. So this one came in number 13, and this is the one that's opened up the most, and it was extremely smooth, which is leaving me now with the newest one we have and one that's been open for a little bit to kind of see where we're at on things. That kind of surprised me on there. So the 2 older batches, or I'm sorry, 18 and 13 came in 3rd and 4th. So 3rd to 18, I'm sorry, 3rd to 13 and 4 to 18. So let's see what we got for these 2 right here. Super smooth mouthfeel. You're getting a nice cherry through it now. And I remember last night when I was doing this, I wasn't getting a whole lot of cherry, so I don't know if something's opened up or I'm tasting different today, but I don't know which one of these is it, but both of these had some cherry in it. This one's a lighter cherry, I'd say. Just love the nose on this one so much better. I kind of like this one better. It's kind of sweeter. It's got some more caramel in it that I normally like. You're getting kind of the muted fruit tones. The oak isn't overpowering. You're getting a few other little things going on. I'm going to say this is my number 2, which happens to be the blue. And number 1 happens to be the bottle that I opened last night. So that's pretty interesting. So the bottle I opened last night, it's not as heavy in the caramels as it was, but it has enough caramel and sweetness to it that for my palate, I liked it best out of all 4 of these. So I find that very interesting that these bottles have opened up. None of them drink at their proof point. Most of these have more of the traditional Stagg type of, cherry that comes with it, the vanilla, some of the oak. I thought the oak was a little bit strong over an 18. I think these are all fantastic pours. But 22A just seemed to win it out, which is kind of a surprise to me. I was really expecting after I tasted this 13 the other day that was going to be my hands down winner. But once you put all 4 together, I thought this was an outstanding pour. I was very excited about that. So very cool. 22A was our winner on the Stagg off. Very interesting on that the newest bottle that came out happened to be the one that I gravitated towards. Now that doesn't mean that you need to all run out and buy this bottle over anything else. You've got to find out what your taste and what your profile is. It just happened to be the best for me today, and that could change tomorrow depending on what I'm really craving or what I'm tasting tomorrow. Definitely like that. So I did announce that we did have 2 more winners for the sample pours, and actually both of them happen to be locals, it looks like. So one of them is going to be Shelly Barnhart. Shelly, can't wait to find out. I believe you're local to the area, maybe Auburn. I know you've talked about the Auburn drop before, but you have an opportunity for these samples for a blind. And the other is John Derek Noyes. And looking forward to getting together with you as well. So I've got to pour another sample pack, get those together for you, get them marked off. I'll get you all the rules that go with this. Very, very excited about this. These type of things, doing the different blinds, whether it's for myself or having people participate in the blinds, are some of the things that I enjoy the most. And of course, getting to meet you in person is always a cool thing. I absolutely loved getting to hang out with Terrence the other day. Love getting to meet the guys from Whiskey Wisdom and Thomas at their local one of their local stores up there. Fantastic. Love hunting stuff, so that's always very cool. I certainly appreciate all of you. I hope you guys have a tremendous day. I'm headed back to work Monday. Not looking forward to that, but it'll be good to get back into a routine. I'm sure my wife is tired of having me around at the house, drinking bourbon and talking about bourbon all the time. So I'm sure she's ready for me to be gone. You all have a great day. Winner 22A. Have an amazing night.